Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I always see these videos where other people who crochet or knit try on everything they've made in a year, and I've always wanted to make one of these, but if you follow me on other platforms, you know that I've moved around a lot in the last 4 years since I graduated college. So all the things I made were never in the same place. I did make that one tier ranking video where I use little photos, but I couldn't try on the physical items. I just re-signed the lease for my apartment here in New York, and for the first time, everything I made in the past 12 months is actually physically here with me. So we can do one big fat try on, but we have a lot to get through, so let's get into it. Also, digging out all this stuff is really triggering my allergies. So if I'm a bit sniffly, you're gonna have to deal with it. Okay, I'm just gonna go in chronological order. First thing I made last fall is this little cropped sweater. It is basically the sweater version of my striped mohair bolero, if you've seen that pattern or video tutorial. Okay, this sweater is so cute, and I'm ashamed to admit that I've never actually worn it, partially because by the time I finished it last year, it was already very cold. But also it's a little bit of a weather confused item. Like, it's very warm, but it's also very see-through, but it's also very cropped. I think I wanted to make it longer, but I ran out of yarn. Now that I think about it, the weather right now is actually the perfect time to wear this, so I need to actually do that. Y'all need to hold me accountable. Next, we have this adorable little blue sweater. This is the first time I used both crochet and knit in one project. I crocheted most of it because I'm a lot more comfortable freehand crocheting, but I did the ribbing in knit because knit ribbing just has a lot more stretch. Okay, this is one of the more practical things I've made. I feel like I usually try to crochet or knit things that are a bit more design, like stuff that you wouldn't commonly see in store. This feels like something you could buy, not in a bad way. I do love the silhouette, like the balloon sleeve and the really long ribbing and the little collar. This is one of the few items I've made that I actually wear to keep me warm, but it keeps me too fucking warm. Like, I cannot wear this unless it is under 60 degrees, so I basically can't wear it indoors. And I'm already sweating, so I need to take it off. But it is nice how warm it is because this is the one sweater where I can pull off wearing a lighter jacket and still be okay in New York winter. Okay, here we have the Wednesday vest. This is a recreation of a vest that Wednesday Addams wore in that Netflix show. And I do have a pattern and video tutorial out for this guy. Honestly, I like this one more than I remember. I only made it to recreate it from the show. I knew it wasn't my style and I probably wouldn't wear it. I just don't think I'm a sweater vest girl. Like, I buy them and make them because I think they're cute, and then they never get worn, and I don't know why. I did style it over the button up with the braids like Wednesday did. That was definitely way too preppy for me. I do think maybe I would wear it if it were cropped with bigger squares. I don't know. It is cute though, so if you want to buy it, let me know. Next, we have this scrap yarn tote bag. I actually love how all the little random colors look together. A lot of people in the comments said it looked like Legos, which I can totally see. That being said, I did not construct the bag very well. There's no base panel. I just sewed two rectangles together, and there's no fabric lining, so you can't really carry much in it. It has this adjustable length strap. Wow. This vest and this bag together is a fucking crazy combination. I do still have hella scraps though, so I want to use the same scrap yarn methodology to make a little top or even a full help. Oh my god. Now we have this absolute unit. Basically, I made this super chunky scarf, and the methodology I used is cool. I took a cream wool and mixed in a bunch of different colors of scrap yarn, and look how flipping cute these tassels are. The only issue is I think I made it a little bit too long, because if you're gonna make a really thick, heavy scarf, I don't think you should also make it long. So let me demonstrate. You have to wrap it around you have to wrap it around this many times. This is a lot. Maybe if I lived in the middle of Canada or the North Pole, but New York is not this cold, bro. I don't know, maybe I'll shorten it. If anyone wants it in its current state or in its shortened state, I will be happy to sell her. I almost forgot about this one. It's a little Snoopy vest, a pattern test I did for Woolen Buggers. There's also a little desert sunset on the back. Okay, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to recognize this is not my usual style. It looks so good on Anelli, the pattern developer, but I feel like it looks so weird on me. I desperately need someone to buy this off of me because I can just see it paired with colorful pants on someone with super eccentric style. That person just doesn't happen to be me. Next one is a good one. It is this little matching granny square reversible set I made. Let me just try this on. Bro, putting this set on reminded me why I simultaneously love and hate it so much. Basically, there's this very tight elastic waistband to make the waist snatched, but it's virtually impossible to get over my hips. Not saying I'm slim, thick, or anything, I just don't think this is very well constructed. I've never actually worn this set, which is so dumb because I know if I saw someone else wearing it, I'd be like, yo, that's sick, but I never want to reach for it. I could see myself wearing them as separate. It's like maybe this top with a long denim skirt and some tall boots would be cool. I do wish that I had made it in like a thinner cotton. I used an acrylic because I wanted to just use up yarn that I had on hand. And it is very thick and warm. The top is reversible. Let me show you. Okay, look, this is also cute. Or I don't know, it's kind of a lot of squares with the shorts. I don't know, I really should wear this set. Maybe it's the teal? This is a classic. It's my striped mohair bolero. It's my very first pattern I ever released. I've only released 2. I don't know why I'm even saying that. Wait, I haven't worn this since I made it because my friend was borrowing it. But this is so cute. Now I understand why everyone wanted a pattern. The first one I ever made was dark green. This one has like teal undertones in it, and then I used a teal mohair. I don't know, I just love this color scheme. It's kind of like seaweed mermaid-ish. And now we have this little cropped star sweater vest. I've made a lot of sweater vests for someone who famously doesn't wear sweater vests. I can't tell if it's just me, but this feels very K-pop coded. I didn't even intend to make this vest. Basically, I had this leftover yarn for making a balaclava for my friend, and I just started crocheting and somehow ended up with this vest, but then I ran out of yarn, which is why it's so incredibly cropped. And bro, the star, basically I traced it on my laptop screen and then cut it out, all with the intention of not freehanding the star. And I basically ended up freehanding the star, and it took me hours. Like, I think the star took me longer than the vest took me, which is humbling. Oh my gosh, I love this one. It's a little multicolor mohair open knit, but it's not knit, it's crochet situation. So I actually originally used this multicolored yarn to make a bolero like a year prior, and then promptly realized that I hated it. So I took it apart and made this sweater instead. I added in this blue yarn because I didn't have enough. And I actually really love how the kind of striped sleeves look. Okay, our next item is not clothing, it's actually furniture. It's my bedside table, which I'm not gonna show you because it's covered in random shit right now. Basically, I got this wireframe table off Amazon and it was the perfect dimensions, but I didn't like how it looked in my room, and you couldn't put like cups and stuff on it, which is not practical. So I covered it in crochet. Honestly, to this day, I'm still not sure if I even like it, but it really went viral, partially because people hated it, especially on YouTube Shorts. I was getting comments that were like, you ruined this beautiful vintage item and made it look so cheap. And I'm like, it was $20 on Amazon, but okay, sure. Now, speaking of home items, in the same video that I made the table, I also made this pillowcase, little colorful checkered moment. It honestly looks really good in my room, and it's practical because it's good for like propping myself up when I'm working in bed. Now, I actually made another pillowcase in that video. It's like a granny square one, but you can't currently see it because it's being covered by this. So what happened is the bedside table and the checkered pillowcase were both inspired by these pillowcases I saw at a store here in Williamsburg. And then the artist behind those pillowcases, named Xander, they saw my videos and then sent me one of their pillowcases for free, which is so kind. And so obviously I covered my pillowcase with this one because I think it's pretty obvious that this one's cooler. I don't think that's even up for discussion. I just realized the next item I also can't show you because it is the shirt that I crocheted for George for Coachella. I don't know why this popped off so much because I used another creator's pattern, like I didn't even do any of the hard work. Apparently my sister was shopping for gifts for her husband, my brother-in-law, and she looked up crochet shirt and one of the first results was me. I can see why it's popular though, because this style of crochet shirt has like a chokehold on the male population right now. And I feel like a lot of crochet girlies are always looking for things they can make for their boyfriends or their guy friends. I accredit a lot of the success though to how good George looks in it, because I tried it on before I shipped it to him, and it was not giving, but it was giving a lot less. Okay, next we have this little rosette bralette top that was supposed to be for Puerto Rico. So my plan was to work on it on the way there and maybe finish it in Puerto Rico. What I didn't account for is the fact that I would either be driving, hiking, or in the ocean, and none of those activities are very conducive for crocheting. So yeah, I didn't finish it until I got back. But I did wear it a ton this summer. I don't know, it just fits well. And then I was going to a festival, so I made these mesh sleeves to go with it. What is happening? Like, look how cute these are together. I kind of want to make a black version of the sleeves because I feel like it would be easy to just pair with anything. Okay, this does not look like anything when I hold it up, but this little mohair halter was the beginning of my knitting era. Now you can see what it actually looks like. I love the textile of a single strand knit mohair. It's just so thin and it glows in the sunlight. I also love this silhouette. It feels very classic to me. I striped this multicolored mohair that I bought with the white, and I actually love how it looks. It gives like Jupiter planet vibes. So I love this top so much that it kind of got me back into knitting, and then I made this little baby tee mini skirt set. Not gonna lie, I don't know why I don't wear this set more often, given I famously love a titty window and a little low-rise mini skirt moment. It may have to do with the fact that it's very prone to nip slips and my ass cheeks falling out, which is not ideal. Oh, and the top is once again reversible. Let me show you. This is also cute. The keyhole in the back. I actually think I'm gonna wear the top a lot for fall because I like the cut and it is low-key kind of warm. This next one I think is probably my most worn item I've made. It's this Stretchy Squares top inspired by Issa Boulder. I actually made this top for the first time in 2021, I think, but I gave it to a friend, so I remade one for myself. I was planning to add more squares and turn it into a dress, but then I ran out of yarn and I just never got around to buying more. I wear this all the time though. Like, it's perfect with low-rise jeans like this, or I'll dress it up with a long black skirt and boots. It just goes with everything. It's flattering, it's unique. Chef's kiss. And then we have these stretchy square sleeves, which are like a sleeve version of this top. Okay, just realized two of these squares came apart and we're gonna have to reattach them, but we are going to ignore that for now. I actually usually don't wear the sleeves with the tops. I feel like it's a lot of squares. I pair it with this other swim top I have, but I've worn it to like festivals and concerts and I get so many compliments. But I did originally make these sleeves in 2022 in like a thinner cream kind of elastic yarn, and I do think that worked a lot better. But this is cute too. We've got more sleeves. There is a matching top for this. I just can't find it, so I will insert a photo. You can probably tell this is the same yarn I used to make that halter, and I was actually supposed to make normal sleeves, but I got to the part where I was supposed to connect the rectangle, and I hate seaming things together, so I was like, what if I just use bows instead? And it turned out way cuter. So that was a happy accident. This top you might recognize from that video I filmed with Emma and Jada. We did like crochet telephone where we basically each worked on a project for 20 minutes and then like rotated it around. The colors on this top were so good. Basically, any cool part of this top I did not do. I did like the straight rows. Jada did the like freehand wavy kind of thing. And then Emma did the bottom ruffle. Well, actually she did the ruffle originally in a brown mohair and it was really giving belly button hair. So I redid it in the blue, but I actually wore this a lot more than I expected. It's not totally my style, but it's just fun and unique and perfect for those summer days where it's so hot you just want to be wearing as little clothing as possible. Okay, next thing I can't show you because it is a sweater vest I made for my friend Tim. Now, you can watch the full video if you want to witness the mental breakdown, but basically I had no business attempting to freehand a color changing and Grasian knitting sweater vest with ribbing when I knew only the basics of knitting. Like, I definitely could have used a pattern and I just didn't. And it really broke me as a woman. But I also somehow prevailed, so I was thinking maybe I would wear sweater vests if they're kind of like oversized and thin, because I tried that one on and I was kind of eating, not gonna lie. Okay, next is our thneed. There's also a video on this. I need to try it on because this doesn't look like anything. This is as much as I can fit in frame, but this is up there for my favorite things I've made this year. I can't take too much credit because the silhouette was heavily inspired by my friend Grace. She has a label, Grace Gway. It's amazing. You need to go check it out. I got so many comments on TikTok about how it perfectly frames my back tattoo. Not gonna lie, that was low-key an accident. The back cutout was not supposed to go that far back. I just kind of fucked up. But it's a happy accident that worked out in my favor. So the next thing I can't show you because I forgot my friend Marissa's borrowing it, but it is this adorable crochet pansy tote. I used a pattern by my friend Amy at Scum Stitch on Instagram. And it is so cute. It's also the only bag I've ever crocheted where I added a fabric lining so I can actually use it. Okay, next we have this little bag. I actually crocheted this for a brand deal with Smart Water. It does fit my Smart Water in it. I added these Sandy Liang-esque bows and I've actually been carrying this all the time. Not with this dress though, because this is kind of a lot. Now that it's getting cold again, we're going full circle back to the sweaters. Starting off with this adorable open knit. I tried to make this in one day in one of my videos. Spoiler alert, I failed. I used my friend Kara's basic open knit pattern for this, and I'm just obsessed with the kind of like oversized fit. I already know I'm gonna wear it all the time this fall. The color scheme of this yarn is also so pretty. Definitely gonna make this in a few other colors. Next sweater I actually made for a brand deal. I used a We Are Knitters kit and it's this beautiful chunky blue wool. This is the definition of coziness. If you want to buy this, definitely let me know because it is so luxurious. But again, I just don't like to wear sweaters that actually keep me warm. Okay, this is the last item and thank God because I'm actually about to go crazy. Appropriately enough, it is a sweater with my favorite word, no. I honestly thought I was never gonna wear this, but it's kind of growing on me. I paired it with this plaid skirt and little bow braids, and I kind of liked it. I also love primary colors, so if I am gonna wear a color, it's gonna be like this yellow and red. And that's the last piece! We are done! Ah! I'm so unwell. I've been filming for like 4 hours. Help! Oh, now the sun comes out. So here's the current state of my bed. I really hope y'all enjoyed seeing everything I've made in the last 12 months. Even though I suffered a little bit filming it, this is actually the first time I've sat down and like counted everything I made in a year. And it was a lot more than I thought, so I guess I can pat myself on the back for that. I'll probably still do a tier ranking video, honestly. Maybe bring in a special guest, just because I didn't get the chance to actually tell you what pieces I like and don't like. And that's when we really spill the tea. As always, feel free to follow my other socials at Amazingish Grace. My works in progress and my finished projects usually get posted on Instagram and TikTok before they make it over here. Let me know in the comments what video you want to see next. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. There has been this fiber in my eye that like I can't see and I can't get out, but I know it's in there. Ah, please. Thank you.